Now 2 down for Tyler Luke, who singled his first time up. He's had a fantastic series. Pitching for the Bulldogs and trying to win a big game 3. Bulldogs came down here in 0-1. I was here. They lost in 2 pretty quick. I've been trying to remember some of the guys on that team. 13 years ago, was Wesley Woods on that team? Or had he already graduated? There's ball 1. But I'm just drawing a real blank. Ball hit high and deep to center field. Back goes Hilliard. He looks and the ball sails out of here for Tyler Luke. Another magical swing by the junior as he cuts the lead in half just like he did last night. He made a 4-0 game 4-2. He makes a 2-0 game 2-1. And it wasn't even close. He's got to find another home run ball, or at least somebody in his family will. He's hit home runs against Bleckley and 2 against his Cook County team. And the Bulldogs are getting used to coming out of the dugout, greeting number 10. Well, the home run last night gave the Bulldogs a ton of energy, and it comes with 2 down. It's the top of the 5th inning, and the Cook County Hornets in control of Game 3 after winning Game 1 5-4 in a dozen innings and losing Game 2 9-5. The Hornets pushed a 2-1 lead to 8-1. Brandon Beckum, a Bulldog senior, coming to the plate. He'll be followed by Blake Horton and Chris Mobley, 3 seniors. Now, we've already had senior day, but, you got to talk about these guys if this is their last at bat of their high school careers. Brandon Beckum, who's improved his batting average so much in his senior season, has played well defensively at first base, even pitched an inning this year in relief at home against the Swainsboro Tigers. First pitch is low. Also played football for the Bulldogs. Hits the ball up into the air, deep to center field. Hilliard running back to the fence, looks up, and this ball is going to be off the fence and bouncing around in front of him for a Bulldog double. Mobley's a right-handed hitter, awaiting the pitch. Here it is. Sinks low, and that's ball 4. So runners on the corners. Cook County leading the Bulldogs 8-1 in Game 3. Goberdahn comes set. Lefty delivers. Bouncing ball. He jumps up in the air, not able to get it. Cowart not able to scoop it, and Brandon Beckum scores. Bulldogs make it 8-2. Well, back in 2009, the Bulldogs were trailing by a bunch. And suddenly they started coming back in the 7th inning. James Ethredge is a Bulldog senior. Region 2 Player of the Year. First pitch is a strike. He and Jeremy Beasley went up to Swainsboro and received a special honor from the Georgia Dugout Club, and now I guess they'll wait to see if they're going to go to that All-Star game. Hunter Braddy and Barry Aldridge went to it recently in Columbus. Pitch miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. Neil Rogers and Justin Adams went to it back in the 2009 season. 1-1 is beaten into the ground to Cowart. Where's he going? Nowhere. He bobbled the ball and it goes into left field. Chris Mobley running around third. Gunnar George will throw it to the dish. Not close, safe there. All right, Bulldogs. They pulled it within 5 at 8-3. That'll be an error. Here's Braddy. First pitch hits it up into the air to right field. Wiley drifting back. So is the center fielder. The ball is bouncing all the way to the fence. That'll score a Bulldog. Might score 2. James Ethridge held at third. Braddy with a double. What a comeback by the Bulldogs. I was fearful that was it. It's not. 1 down, runners on second and third. 8-5 Cook. Braddy 2 for 2 in his last 2 at-bats, 2 for 3 in the game. Jeremy Beasley probably feeling real good right now as his teammates have mustered up a comeback after yielding 6. The no-quit Bulldogs. Bouncing ball center of the diamond and through. That scores James Ethridge. Hunter Braddy racing around the third base bag. Hilliard's throw way up the third base line. 2-run score. A single and 2 runs batted in. And look at the Bulldogs piling up the runs on the scoreboard. It is 8-6. Beasley taking his lead off first base. Not going to go anywhere. The Dogs are down by 2. Here's a pitch, bouncing ball, but it's a slow roller over to the shortstop, and he bobbled it. Everybody's safe. The Hornets make yet another error. Coward having a tough day, and that'll bring up Christian Moore. Bennett takes off his hat because he's dealing with the sun. He's used to it, but it's a challenge down here in Adel, Georgia. 1-0 pitch, swinging a liner, a fair ball bouncing into the corner. This is going to be trouble. Gunner George will pick it up. Jeremy Beasley is going to score. And stopping at third base is Jake Davis running for Tyler Luke as the Bulldogs get pulled to within 1 at 8-7. Christian Moore with a double. He was Mr. Double. Almost half of his hits last season were doubles. Brandon Beckum started off this inning with a deep drive. It was his double, perhaps, and the energy of that inspired his teammates to rally. And now a base hit will put the Bulldogs up for the first time in Game 3.
Now batting, number 7, Brandon Beckum.
I guess the Bulldogs didn't look up at the scoreboard when they were down 8-2. Or maybe they did look up at the scoreboard and they said, we're going to take care of business with the sticks. They only had 6 hits in 12 innings in Game 1, and a lot of that was against this guy right here, Parker Bennett. Obviously, they hit the ball better in Game 2, and now they're starting to hit the ball better, especially in their third look at Goberdahn, which is something we've talked about this year on Bulldog Baseball, third looks. It helped them beat Long County at home. Curveball's hit right up the middle and hard for a base hit. Bulldogs have tied it. Jake Davis touches home. Here comes Christian Moore to the dish. He scores. Dogs on top. Unbelievable. It is 9-8, and Brandon Beckum in this inning has a double that helps set the table and a 2-run single. And a team that seemed like they had a big hole at 8-2 have scored 7 runs in a row. I don't know if they're going to appeal the play at the plate to say, did he touch it? Brian Fitzgerald's walking down the third base bag. He takes off his hat. That's all I can think. What did they do? Did they take a run off the board? Oh, no. And I will have a replay of that baby. They put the score back at 8-8. I can't comment one way or the other, not looking at the foot as it touched the plate or not. This happened to the Bulldogs on a home run way back in 2003 when Coach Fitzgerald was an assistant coach. Bulldogs able to beat Callaway anyway. Callaway, by the way, blew out Appling in the second round of the AAA playoffs. If you look for shade here, it's hard to find. 0-1 pitch. Hit up in the air to deep center field. Chris Mobley draws a beat on it and backs up and catches it. Gunner George tagging at second, coming to third, and Mobley can't throw him out. No way. 2 down, runners on the corners.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Zane Folsom is the next Cook County Hornet to swing the stick in the 8-8 game in the bottom half of the 5th. Runners on first and third. They're going to peel to second base. Did he leave early? No. He's coming home. Hold on. That's a dead ball, isn't it? They score a run. The Cook County Hornets have pushed a 9-8 lead to 11-8 in the bottom of the 6th. And the 2-2 pitch. Hit hard and high and into right field for a base hit. Scoring a run, and Gunner George has a base hit in his last 3 at bats. Brings up Tyler Luke. How well did he perform in the playoffs at the plate? He had 3 home runs in 5 ball games. Hit 1 in this ball game when it was 2-0 to make it 2-1. A solo shot over the center field fence. Bulldogs had lost a base runner at second in that inning prior to the homer. Could have made it 2-2. Takes the first pitch. Second one is in the zone for a strike. As I mentioned earlier, he's going to be a key Bulldog next year. And the 1-1 pitch. Hits it hard into left field. Another base hit for Tyler Luke. 2-out shot. Give him 3 hits in this game and 3 for 4. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bennett comes set. And here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the season comes to an end with the Cook County Hornets beating the Bulldogs again in Adel. They beat them in 01 in 2 games, in 05 in 2 games, in 07 in 2 games, and in 09 and 14 in 3. And that's it for a Bulldog baseball season. It featured a lot of big thrills, especially in these first 2 rounds of the postseason. The 2 teams will shake hands after a battle. A 12-inning game and 2 tough regulation games. Cook wins game 3, 12-8. We'll be back to wrap up the game of the season on Y101.